This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Sean Preston.
Welcome, everybody, to the Good Neighbor Podcast. Today, we have a good neighbor on with us. Her name is Chantale Boileau from the Barrie Public Library. What's going on, love?
Enjoying the nice weather that we're getting.
Finally, I hope it's starting to turn the corner. We got teased a couple of weeks ago, and then Mother Nature frowned upon us yet again.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Loving the scarf, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I made this myself.
Get out of here, really?
Yeah. I believe this, I actually knitted, or at least started at one of our library knitting groups that we used to run at the downtown library.
Okay, very interesting. Do you know Lorena Green from Hummingbird Sewing by chance?
I have visited Hummingbird Sewing, but I don't know her personally.
She's in the magazine as our sewing expert. Yeah, totally. Wonderful. She took over that business and has done some pretty wonderful things. She does a lot of classes as well, too, if you're ever interested in that. And for your sewing needs, anything your heart's desired, heart's content, she's got it all there at her shop. So it might be a nice little contact for you.
Yes, we know that they do sewing repairs, and I was mentioning to my colleague that we have 3 sewing machines at the library that are probably they're in various needs of machine servicing. One such that it's just not working that well.
Okay, I'll send an email to hook you guys up on that.
Thank you.
Let's dive right into the show. So I got introduced to you through a mutual contact of ours. And we spent some time at the library looking up a bunch of different stuff. It opened my eyes to what the library offers these days. And so why don't we dive into it? Why don't you tell our listeners a little bit about what you do at the library and the library here in Barrie in general?
So myself, I am the business librarian at the library. Who knew we have a business librarian? What do I actually do as a business librarian? I help people do research as a librarian would do. What does that involve? It involves using our Simply Analytics database to help you do market research. That can be anything from figuring out who your competition might be to potential clients or finding customers. And we have a mapping and spreadsheet tool within the database where you can actually plot out even things like where you might set up your business and finding out the income stream that the businesses have that could be potential clients as well. If you're setting up your own business and trying to write a business plan, that can help you determine how much money you might make in a given year and in the future as well, based on when some of these businesses started and on their journey, and as well how many employees they have. So that's really helpful. Sean, I know you've used the database.
I did use the database. So it's kind of cool because you're also a community member of ours. So you get the magazine.
Yes.
And we did a search and I was completely shocked. I think it was like 648 businesses live in that little red box where the magazine goes to. So I was pretty blown away by that.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a hidden little gem for those who don't know, for those who are listening to the show. I was even talking with my significant other. I was talking with Julie and she's like, because she's a little like crazy when she wrote her business profile. I think it was like over 27 pages or something.
Wow.
Like really, like, you know, some people submit like a 9-pager. She went like triple that. And she knew that area is more on the wealthy and affluent side. And so decided to stick her business right at the top of it and knew about it the whole time. So I'm building my business the whole time. She knew about it. I'm like, how come I didn't know about this, you know? It was pretty funny. So, and then we sat down and I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe like people don't know about this. This is like, are we even allowed to have this much information? Like it's crazy the amount of information that is available to the public that's out there. And it's just sitting right there at the Barrie Public Library.
Yeah. And I mean, we help you find other resources in the community as well. The city of Barrie and the county of Simcoe have various tools that you can access for finding information about small businesses as well, and consumer data that they've plotted as well in terms of Statistics Canada and the census data research that's out there. We can help you find different research that's not in a database, but just lives on the StatsCan website as well, or specialized. Some associations do research, so we can help you find information and access all sorts of resources at the library to help you improve your skills. If you don't like finance, we have LinkedIn. Yes, you don't need to pay for that. You heard that right. You do not need to pay for LinkedIn. You can access it free at the library. And we also have Universal Class. So different skill sets that you can develop through there as well. You know, finance, starting a business, different business skills, managing employees. And if you have employees, it's also a great tool to ensure that your employees get specific trainings. I know we use LinkedIn, some of their courses, to train our staff. We have a great one that people refer to as the coffee training, where it's how to train with about angry customers and how to make every interaction a wonderful one for you and the customer. Yes, the coffee coffee store example.
Wow. Okay. Very interesting to know. I mean, like, you don't know unless you don't know, right?
Mm-hmm. We're not just books and audiobooks.
Very cool. More than books. A lot more than books, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so why don't you tell our listeners a little bit about your journey? I don't know this question, so I've been waiting and eager to ask you, how and why did you get into doing what you're doing?
So as a business librarian, I actually started my own business way back in high school. I think we were called Mouse Prints. I made my business class, and after school, we all got together and made mouse pads back in the day when mouse pads were cool and everyone wanted a designer mouse pad. So we painted designs on mouse pads and sold them. That was our business. And at the end of the semester, we closed out the business. That was through Junior Achievers. And I've since worked with and spoken at different Junior Achievers in Barrie. So it's pretty exciting. And I always enjoy when the Small Business Center invites me to their young entrepreneurs on their journey, and being able to speak to them or just go and support them when they're selling their wares now at Open Air Dunlop, which is pretty exciting to see. So it's nice to see young entrepreneurs. So that allowed me to see how small business works. I ended up in communications, and from there I studied librarianship. So did a bit of a 360 from communications to librarianship. And at the Barrie Public Library, I actually fell into the business librarian role when Ann Dorsey left. And many listeners probably know Ann Dorsey, have been helped by her. She's at the Henry Bernick Entrepreneurship Center now as a mentor. And Ann was a great resource at the library. She taught a lot of us how to use, back in the day, our very old clunky database for businesses. Now we have P-Census to Simply Analytics, and paper directories to now something that doesn't need a full big manual to be able to reference and use.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Old clunky system. How far technology's come from there, eh?
Yes.
So, okay, so you fell into this, but like, what makes you keep going? What are you passionate about? What do you love about what you do every day?
I enjoy helping entrepreneurs. It's so wonderful to hear how you assisted someone to get a loan, to start their business, to find new clients, to create a new product line potentially, because you can even use Simply Analytics just to figure out your next move in your business. And actually visiting businesses, be that virtually or online if they have, or I mean, in person if they have an in-person store, and supporting them and seeing where they are in their journey. And I get to meet them at different networking events too. So if they have a more service-based business, and sometimes that might be business to business, I still get to hear about where they are and successes that they've had. And Barrie has a really wonderful business community that I constantly hear about from different entrepreneurs, that it's really close knit in terms of some other places. So it's really nice to be a part of that community. And I feel it time and time again. It's you see people out in the community and just in passing, you're like, oh, that's so-and-so, and they're out and about, and just being able to say hi, even aside from in a business environment.
Yeah, I would echo that sentiment as well too. Coming from where I came from before, in the automotive industry, and driving down into the GTA almost every single day, and being a part of that world, and coming back up here and seeing the difference in how people treat you, in how people just generally speaking are, and their demeanor, how much they care about everybody else. It was a breath of fresh air for myself. And like you said, it's close knit, and people are just there. We're all in the same boat, right? We're all there to help each other. And you just see it out there when you're out there networking with everybody. That people will be grabbing somebody. Nina Dorian's famous for this. She'll just come and grab your hand. She goes, "Oh, I got somebody for you to see." And she's grabbing you all over the place. You got to meet this person. You got to meet that person. It's a pretty cool thing to see. And they guard that, I think. People care about what we have here. A lot of people from Toronto are moving up and from outside of the city. I even had somebody one time tell me that was going to go away, and I just kind of looked at him. I got a little red in the face. I was going to jump him, and then I was like, nah, I can't do that. But I wanted to. I was like, you don't know, man. You're not from here.
I like the support that the business community gets from all the different associations and groups, clubs, networking groups that meet and support entrepreneurs too. And that goes like from the county level right down to the city, the support and recognition that with the chamber, the BIA, the recognition that the city has for small business and the county and how much they drive the economy. It's really exciting to see too, and to be a part of that and help people and help see small businesses be successful in our community and drive our economy is pretty exciting.
Yeah. And that must fill your cup being a part of that journey, I would imagine. Okay, so when it comes to the library, I definitely know there's going to be some myths and some misconceptions on that. Oh, library card this and that. You ended up writing an article. You guys wrote one in the Art of Bluffs Living magazine, and I was just crazy shocked. That was a great article. So a bunch of stuff I didn't know about. So let's uncork this and let's dive into some of this, because I'm sure you have more than just one.
Yeah. So what small businesses don't know is you can get a library card. Even if you don't live in Barrie, you can get a library card as a business. So if you have a business address, you can get a library card. If you work in Barrie, if you live in Oro or Midland or Aurelia, you can get a library card as well. If you have someone that is studying, or if you yourself are studying, say at Georgian College, you can also get a library card. And that goes for career colleges as well. If you're studying at a career college, for the time that you are at the career college, you can also get a student card as well.
Very nice. What else?
What else? I think the one thing that small entrepreneurs forget to do sometimes is self-care, and the library's here for you. I know I mentioned our LinkedIn and Universal class, but sometimes there's things that you can just learn for yourself to take time for you. The library is a great place, even if you have a family, to come in and attend some of the programs that we run. Some of them may just be of interest to you. It's a great way to meet other people, just to make new friends in the community. We have lots of great programming with different community partners at all 3 of our branches. A lot of people still don't know about our Holly Library. And Sean, that's right in the catchment area for the Art Up Bluffs magazine. It is right in the Food Basics Plaza. It's a wonderful space. There's areas for you to actually go and study. There's free Wi-Fi. And as an entrepreneur, that's a space for you to actually go and just sit down, unpack, be there for the day or just for an afternoon, meet with clients, and it's free. Even the Holly Library actually has a small little room comfortably seating 4, and you can book that space out. We have spaces you can book out in the downtown library as well. And just sometimes you don't want to work at home, especially if you have a small business at home. Being able to focus outside of work is nice. So separating sometimes work from your house is definitely nice.
Yeah, especially if you have animals, you get a cat running across your desk or the dog's barking. I got one sleeping right next to me right now, and the other one sleeping in the bedroom. I have to close the front windows of my house. I have to close the blinds, which means we can't have plants in there anymore. Because if they get any type of movement that's going on out there, they're going absolute buck wild, and that is a hard no. Podcast all day, right?
Yeah.
So I totally get that. It's just a little hard for me to try to move all this stuff over to the library, but I've been in that space multiple times with you. It's a great space, a great spot for anybody who's looking to either get away, they want some peace and quiet, they want to be able to concentrate, or just generally speaking, access all of the great things that the library has to offer everybody, general public, family, and of course your local small and medium-sized business. Okay, so when you're not at the library, when you're not doing librarian stuff, by the way, have you ever gone as a librarian for Halloween? I just have to ask that question.
I don't think I have. No, I haven't gone as a librarian ever.
It wouldn't take a whole lot of work. You already got the look, you got the glasses going on.
Yeah.
We could maybe spice it up. We could talk about this on the other side. I've got some ideas. I'm a big Halloween guy.
Yes. Yeah, I love Halloween too. Working at the library, it's a great space because we all get to dress up and entertain the kids and people that are coming through with our lovely costumes. And we run a costume contest at the library. We've had customers vote on our costumes, on the best costume on social media. Nice. So it's been a good time.
You just gave me an idea. I'm totally jazzing up on the podcast. So whoever the poor souls are going to be coming on here, the video version, they're going to have me on the other side. You might want to book with Jeff over that week. I don't know if he's going to turn up, but it's going to be loony around here. I love it.
Oh,
okay, so when you're not helping small and medium-sized businesses, helping people find what they need, gather all that information for them, what do you like to do for fun?
For fun, I actually I'm a bit of a foodie. I enjoy visiting different restaurants, pubs, breweries locally. The one that I visited most recently was McFinn's, which is right near our downtown library.
Okay.
At 5 Points, and really nice inside.
McFinn's before.
Yeah. Chef Amanda's there, if you know Chef Amanda. So she has a bit of a following. Highly
Chef
recommend.
Amanda, she was she at the I don't know if you were there, but at the Barrie Green Living had a charity event at the Springwater Provincial Park, and I remember I think seeing Chef Amanda there. She's amazing.
Yeah.
So McFinn, so she's the chef at McFinn's.
She is, and they have just this lovely seating area around the fireplace with a live edge coffee table, nice chairs to lounge in, booths. If you wanted to meet with clients or go with family and impress them, take them to McFinn's.
We're going to grab our significant others and head down there. That sounds like a phenomenal idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went last week for lunch, and it looked like we had booked out the restaurant to ourselves because no one's discovered it yet. So we were a weekday lunch. Oh, this is wonderful.
You might have to nominate them to come on the podcast then.
Yes, I think I will.
Very cool. Okay, so you're a foodie. What kind of food are we talking about here? Are you kind of an all over the world? Do you have any preferences, some favorites for us?
I like a bit of everything. For me, I really do like supporting local, visiting our downtown area and small businesses near me. One of the ones that I love to go to is Nalini's restaurant, just around the corner from me for Leonardo. So that one is, oh, help me, I'm gapping on the Bloom Bistro. Bloom Bistro. And she actually has I don't know if it's Wednesday mornings when a group of women entrepreneurs get together and support each other as well. So there's different, she supports small businesses there as well. And I have seen just people with their laptops working away during the day when I'm off and I'm going to enjoy just some time or breakfast or just a quick bite at Bloom Bistro. It's really nice. I like a bit of every food. So I'm not too particular. I like trying new places and then recommending them. I tend to do that at work. I'm the person that will, oh, okay, Chantale, what new restaurants do you have to recommend? Or, what businesses are new that I should go and visit in the area. So not just food. I love talking up even on my free time and visiting businesses in our area and finding new experiences.
Yeah, I am starting to get a little bit of a rap with my friends and family members because we just run into so many businesses. Mm-hmm. And it's like over 40 a week between the podcast, between meeting other business, networking, and sometimes even more than that. So I just had my friend the other day go like, I just had this experience with this hot tub company. I'm like, oh yeah, what business? And he's like, he names the business, and I'm like, oh yeah. And so, Anastasia, she up there at the front, and he goes, oh yeah, I forgot. Every business. My parents are like, hey, I need a bathroom renovator. You got anybody? I'm like, yeah, I got one. He's in the magazine. So fun stuff like that. And side note, I just seen on Facebook, I seen Nalini's got this new little breakfast menu. She's coming out with dinner. I think it was last Thursday or this Thursday. She launched it, but this a stuffed breakfast croissant she's got going on there. And I'm like, yeah, it's something wrapped in egg, all nice, and it's stuffed in a croissant. And I'm definitely going over to try that because it looks absolutely delicious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, you see that I knit and I crochet as well, so I do enjoy going out to different cafes and crocheting, knitting, reading my book a bit, having a tea. So that if it does fit the stereotype of a librarian.
Yeah, totally you, man.
And going to different events downtown. I love Open Air Dunlop. I love going to downtown, the farmer's market. I go to yoga and then to the farmer's market. Or if I'm working on a Saturday, I try and visit the farmer's market before I go to work.
Yeah, very cool. We put those in our calendar of events. We are big supporters of those. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you seem like you like to have a lot of fun. Let's maybe change gears a little bit.
Okay.
Life can sometimes not go our way when we want. It's not ever, as much as we want to think we're in control of life, sometimes it'll show us that we're not. And we can go through life hardships, challenges, personally and in business as well. And I'm curious to ask if you've ever experienced a hardship or a life challenge that you rose above that, and maybe because of that, it made you better, made you stronger for it.
Yeah, for me, definitely. One of the things that I've taken advantage of is just We have our employee assistance program through the library, so taking advantage of that. I know there's lots of free ones as well. The library also offers various databases with mental health modules as well. So some of the learning resources that I'd mentioned, I've taken advantage of those as well. And even we have a tool called Learn It Live, taking advantage of some of those live sessions for meditation, something like that. But I do love doing yoga. So that has been just not quite a year that I've been doing hot yoga, and it's made such a difference. I'm not that flexible, so being able to be in a hot yoga room and actually stretch more and get into poses has been really great. So I enjoy yoga. It helps me recenter, de-stress, just where they're trying to remind you to just focus on being there in the moment. It really helps you just outside of the space as well to recenter and think about that sometimes.
What's one thing that you wish our listeners knew about the library? Do you have one?
In terms of what we could know about the library, that you can renew your card online now, which is pretty exciting. And you can also take your business to the next level with the library. I know we've talked about different ways that you can do that, but it's not a place that you'd really think that you could visit and find out about connections in the community, because we can help you, but we can also refer you and connect you to other community partners that may be able to assist you as well.
Very nice. That's all great information. I'm sure for those listening to this episode, they've taken a lot from it. I certainly know I have. Loved the amount of time that we've spent together and how you've helped grow our business. And for those who are interested, that want to know more or be in touch with you, what's the best way that they can do that?
You can reach out through the library website. We have our Ask Us. You can email, or you can just stop into the library and say you want to speak with Chantale, see if I'm around, or they can certainly give you my business card as well to reach out to me.
Wonderful. Well, thank you very much for coming on the show. It's a great conversation. Really happy to have you on. Thank you for doing this.
Well, thank you for having me. It's been really enjoyable to speak to different entrepreneurs out in the community and share how we can help you.
100%. We're looking forward to sharing that message. So thanks again.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast Midhurst. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpmidhurst.com. That's gnpmidhurst.com, or call 705-413-3775.